In this lesson, we're going to be assigning a random question to our UI here. So let's go ahead and go into MonoDevelop, and we'll create a new array of questions. That's going to be all the questions we're going to use in our trivia game. So I'm going to make this private because we don't need to access it anywhere else outside of the script. It's going to be a question array, so set up like that and call it questions. And I'm going to go ahead and make this variable up here private too, because we don't need to access it anywhere outside the script either. So there we go, we got that. And down here in the start, well, before we get to that, right here, when we make this array, I'm going to go ahead and initialize it to be a new questions array that's 10 elements in size. And it's important you either do this, where you're setting up the size of it here by just giving it a number in between these braces, so that you don't end up trying to assign things to a array that isn't big enough to fit it. So you either do this, or like up here we have this question struct, and we're setting up that there is a variable called answers that's a string array. Then when we actually assign it, we're assigning it like this, where we're creating a new string array and we're already having all of the indexes assigned like this. But it's a new string array that we're basically assigning to it. So either do it like this or do it like this, where you're saying, yeah, the question text, or sorry, I put this in the wrong place. 1 second. Let's copy that or cut it, and let's paste it over here. Anyway, so we're saying that our questions array is equal to 10 in length. So we have basically the question array with 10 empty spaces. There's nothing in them right now, but we're going to assign them. So let's go ahead and do that. So I went ahead and copied them, and we're just going to go ahead and paste them right in here. So here we go. We have all of our questions. Very cool. And this is sort of set up, like how we assigned, this first question over here. We're just accessing the different indexes and assigning them the question. So there's the question. There's a string of array of strings that are the answers, and then the answer number. So, or the correct answer index. Okay, cool. So we have all of that. Now we can go ahead and randomly choose one. So make a new function, public void, and I'm going to say, we don't need to make this public, we can just make it void, and it's going to be called, let's see, choose questions. We're going to choose more questions later. Right now we're just going to choose one, but choose questions is fine. And what we need to do in here is use a variable to store a randomly chosen question. So let's make a new variable. We're going to make it private. It's going to be called current, or it's going to be an int, called current question index. Very cool. Okay, so with that, down here, we're going to go ahead and say current question index is equal to, we're going to use the random class. Let's type in random, and we're going to use a function within it called range, and then use a open parenthesis, and then like we can already see here what we can use an int for the min and the max, and I'm going to say 0 is the min, and then up to but not including the questions dot length. So that should work for us. And okay, with that, what we need to do is up here, I'm going to go ahead and just cut this. So Control X, and then we're going to paste it down here. We're going to assign this after we do some other things. What we need to do first is we need to choose questions, and then what we need to do is assign our current question. So current question is equal to questions at the index we just randomly chose. So that would be, we'd assign that to current question index. Just like that. Now, if I save this, and I go over into Unity, and I press play, then we got one of the questions randomly. And what is the boiling temperature? 212. and it says correct. And if I said 190, it's incorrect. Cool. So we have that taken care of. We now have randomly chosen questions from our question array. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next lesson.